Hi everybody! Today we are going to be making some scaly dragon eggs. This is our advanced craft kit for this week from the library. I hope you have a lot of fun. What you have in your kit is a bunch of silver thumbtacks, some nail polish, and a styrofoam egg. And I'm sorry to say some of you have spheres instead of eggs. We ran out. I'm using this one that was covered in clay from another project. If you have a ball and you are really set on having an egg instead, you can find these at Michael's or Joann's in the floral department. They'll usually have these egg forms. If they don't, you can also get them online at like Amazon. So we're going to put that off to the side. That's the last thing we're going to need. And right now we're going to work on our thumbtacks. So what I've got here, I use a box for this step. You can also use some styrofoam. You want something you can stick the thumbtacks into to hold them still. We're going to paint them with our nail polish. You can see I've already painted the ones on this side, and I'm putting the thumbtacks into this side so I can paint this set. I like to do it in rows. It makes it easier to remember which ones you've painted when you go back to do second coats of things. And the other thing is, you can see I shoved that one down a little bit hard. You want them to be sticking up a little bit out of your whatever surface you're working on. You don't want them pushed down flat so that you can get the edges. Now, if you have not worked with nail polish before, a brief overview, this stuff will stain everything. So make sure you're working on a protected surface. Secondly, it smells awful. So if you have an outdoor space you can work in, that's good, or at least somewhere well ventilated, and don't put your face down close to anything you're working with while you're using nail polish. And I have to say that for safety reasons. All right, so you've got your nail polish. Most of the nail polishes you have been sitting for a bit, so if you shake it, that will redistribute all of the pigment and any shimmer that's in your nail polish, anything like that. Any nail polish will work for this. I highly recommend the stuff you can get from like CVS or the dollar store. Get some stuff on clearance. You can usually find really cool bright colors there that don't work so well on people's fingernails, but that work great for this project. So for my base coat, I've got this really awesome dark green that's got kind of a shimmer to it, and I like it a lot for dragon eggs, but on my fingernails it makes me look like I am a zombie, which is great for Halloween and not so much for the rest of the time. So you want to put a pretty good coat on your thumbtacks. You can see what I just did. When you dip it, you want to kind of brush the excess off. But with this project, you don't want to brush too much excess off, because having a thin layer, you can kind of see with this one that I'm doing, it makes it streaky. So as you go, you'll kind of get an idea of how thick a layer to do. So do your first coat, dip and wipe and brush. And always remember to wipe so that you don't do what I just did, which was totally on purpose and absolutely to show you the dangers of not brushing off your brush on the edges. You don't want this coat to be, you don't need this coat to be perfect. You are going to add a second coat after it dries. So brush it on, and as you're brushing it on, make sure you're getting down kind of around the edges of your thumbtacks so that there's no silver edge on them. I made that one smeary. There you go. So that's how that works. I usually do 2 coats at least, just to make sure that they're really evenly covered and that the color really stands out. You can see, even though I was being careful and doing a thick coat on these, some of them are a little streaky, some of them are a little uneven. So once these dries, I'll go back once these dry, I'll go back and do a second coat. And then I also have glitter nail polish. This is another thing that you can find usually on clearance or at a dollar store somewhere. And the cool thing about glitter nail polish is it's usually clear nail polish with glitter suspended in it. It's not colored nail polish, so it can go on top of almost any color. And you can see that I've taken my green thumbtacks and I've put some, hold it up close to the camera so you guys can see, I've put some purple and silver glitter on it using my nail polish here, and the green still shows through, but it's just now got a little bit of sparkle to it. If you don't want to add glitter, that's fine. If you want to make your egg really shiny and kind of look enameled, you'll want to use a clear top coat. Some nail polish brands call it top coat, some call it like nail saver or nail refresher or sealer. Basically you want some clear nail polish to put over the top, and that will make it shiny. If you use glitter, that will also keep the glitter from flaking off if you're handling your egg a lot. That is up to you. You can also just do a single colored egg. You don't need to add any glitz or glam to it if you don't feel like it. So speaking of our egg, this is how you're going to add your thumbtacks. You're going to take one and put it kind of at the center of the top of your egg and or sphere. Then you're going to take your next set and stick them in and kind of overlap them a little bit over the first one and over one another. And you do these in a circle around the top guy. You can also start from the bottom if you want. You can see that my center one on the top is now underneath all these other guys. If you start from the bottom, when you hit this center top, you'll get to stick your final thumbtack right into the top, and it makes a nice smooth little cap. So that's up to you. Then for the next row, you find these kind of, we used to call them windows between the other two, and you overlap it there. And this is going to leave gaps, this second row. So what you're going to do the third time around, after you've covered the swoops there, is you're going to go back and you're going to add in between these to cover those gaps. You're going to add another one, and it'll start looking kind of scaly and really cool. And you can push these in pretty tight. And the great thing about this is if you put it in a little bit the wrong place, you can always take it out and adjust it, put it back, and you keep going, and that is it. That is how you make a dragon egg. When this is all covered, you can use it as a prop for a costume, for a movie, as a decoration. Heck, you can even use it as a way to store thumbtacks, and when you need some, you can pull them out of your egg if you really feel like it, and then you've got cool painted thumbtacks. Some people, you can look up on the internet lots of different examples of fancy stuff people have done with this. Some people will do multicolored ones where they do stripes or patterns of different colors. That is absolutely cool, and I love the look. I just couldn't give you guys more than one color of nail polish in your kit, but if you want to go out and get some extra colors and make like a rainbow egg or an egg with like flames up the sides, that would be amazing, and I can't wait to see how your dragon eggs look. There you go. Ta-da! Mine looks a little bit like a glittery pine cone, and I love it. And it will be my baby dragon. And I will name it Horace. Probably Horace. Alright, so I'm going to go finish up my dragon egg, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!